So day to day, I feel like I'm someone that just likes spending time with my friends and my family, going to, you know, work. I work for a fashion brand a lot of the time, so I do a lot of content for them. You know, I like going to Pilates and just sort of, you know, living a nice soft life, having matcha, that's what I like to do. I think for me it was something that I thought about quite quick after getting my first boob job. I didn't necessarily like the way they were sitting. I feel like they dropped quite quickly and I was like, this just isn't the desired effect I wanted. And it's always something I toyed with, but I never wanted the big like lollipop scar. So because I was only like 21, even 22, 23 at the time, I thought, you know what, I'm going to put it off until I feel like I'm of an age where it's acceptable to get another boob job so soon on, in my head. And then obviously when I started speaking to you guys at Transform and learned that I didn't need to have a lollipop scar, I was so excited and just wish I'd done it sooner. So I had my first boob job done when I was 19, and then I always knew I was going to get my second boob job done. I knew I was never going to leave that sort of outcome. But I think when Transform approached me and the way everyone spoke to me and the consultation that I had and how in depth it was, and even down to like things like the medical side of things, like they were so interested to know, like, you know, about my asthma and things like that, and I just felt so safe and so in good hands. And after that consultation, I think I just immediately knew that's when I was going to get them redone. I think everything surprised me, to be honest. Like, obviously I've had my boobs done before, and the time I had my boobs done with Transform was completely different. Like the way I was spoke to, the way I was given so much care. I wasn't ever made to feel like, you know, calling up my surgeon was too much. He was always able to talk to me. Even the people that worked for Transform was able to speak to me and make sure I was okay. And if I'd done everything, you know, like even swabs, like if they was done in time, and if like, you know, there was never pushy and pressurising me in any way. It was my choice, and you know, I was always made like, are you sure this is what you want to go through with? It's, you know, they wasn't like taking surgery lightly, which I feel like quite a lot of companies do, and they just, oh, it's easy, it's straightforward. Of course, you know, I'm in the best hands, but they did emphasise that this is a serious surgery at the end of the day. So yeah, I was really surprised, and my aftercare was amazing. Like staying in the hospital, honestly, I loved it. I didn't want to go home. Like, everyone was so friendly to me. It was a beautiful hospital. My room was so clean. Just, I was so comfy there. The nurses were coming in and checking on me. One of the nurses even helped me get ready and plaited my hair for me. They just went above and beyond. They were just so kind. In the hospital, I was like, what a breeze. Well, actually I wasn't. When I woke up, I remember being like, what is going on here? I'm always so happy when I wake up after anaesthetic. I'm singing, I'm talking, I'm having a great time, and then I think the pain actually sets in. But I feel like, you know, when I was in the hospital, it was really easy to manage because, you know, the nurses are coming in, you're sat in a really nice position, you're comfy. But obviously when I went back to my mum's, that's where I stayed, she looked after me and she was amazing, but that's when the pain did hit me. In the drive on the way home from, so obviously I went from Manchester to Essex, I was like, oh my God, what have I done? I felt like I've been hit by a bus. But it's been completely fine. I was probably in bed for like 4 or 5 days, and then that's when I started to feel back to normal. And now I'm like completely healed, like so fine. I would say this surgery, because it was an uplift and we had a lot of inner incisions, and you know, it's a little bit more of a intricate surgery than my first, which was just a straightforward like boob job basically. I feel like it did take me longer to recover. I remember like going to get my hair done, going to get a blow dry, and having a coffee and just feeling a bit more normal like a week later. My friend come around and done my nails for me like a few days after I got my boobs done, and she was like, oh girl, you're in pain. I was like, yeah, I'm in so much pain. But yeah, about a week, and then I felt normal. I feel great now. I love my boobs so much. Like, I'm so happy with them. I feel like I would never have worn like a dress like this ever, just because I would have been uncomfortable about the way they were sitting. If they were sitting a bit like low, I just would have been sort of adjusting them in weird ways, and like I just love them. I love being able to wear what I want to wear, not having to worry. I've had so many compliments on them from people. Like, so many people have messaged me and said, oh my God, they look amazing. I was so happy in the fact that I listened to my surgeon. Like, we was debating for a while about implant size, but obviously like even between the difference of an implant is so small, but like tiny. But he was saying, I think you should go a little bit bigger to get the desired effect, and I was worried. I'm so glad I listened to him. I actually haven't changed bra size at all. Like, at all. I'm still the same bra size. I just have a more like pert, high, sort of round boobs that I wanted, so I'm so happy. I just think like when I put on dresses that I normally wouldn't have liked or I would have wanted to wear but I couldn't, I put them on now and I just love the way my boobs look in them. Like even when I went on holiday about a month after having my boobs done and I was wearing like this lovely dress and they just sitting so perfect, I was like, oh, yeah, so happy. What I would say is, you know, make sure it's definitely something you want. Make sure, you know, you're doing it for the right reasons, not because of anyone else. You're doing it for yourself. Like, you know, everyone used to say to me, your boobs are so nice, Chloe. They look so natural. And, you know, like actually try and put me off getting a boob job, to be honest. But I knew I wanted them redone. I knew I would be happier. I knew I'd feel better in myself. And I'd done it for myself. And, you know, reach out to Transform. They're so lovely. They're so friendly. They're not going to put any pressure on you. And yeah, I cannot recommend them enough.